It's the pilot year for a new method of evaluating Wisconsin public schools, and the results are in.
News 8's Jenna Traum breaks down how these new report cards work and what they say about schools in La Crosse.
Mike and Lisa, here's how these new school report cards work. A school score is based on performance in 4 priority areas. First is student achievement in reading and math on state tests. Second is student growth, which is measured by year-to-year improvements in achievement. Third is closing gaps in performance between specific student groups. For example, comparing low-income students or students with disabilities to their average peers. And fourth, schools are scored in on-track and post-secondary readiness, which takes into account things like graduation rates, attendance rates, and ACT performance. Here's a look at how the La Crosse School District stacks up.
If your kid came home with a grade of 76, you probably wouldn't be thrilled, but these school report cards are different.
When you see that number, please know that it's not a percentage score, like some of us might see on a school test. If you see an 80%, that doesn't necessarily equate to a B.
A school is placed into one of 5 ratings based on its numerical score. Here's how La Crosse stacks up. 2 La Crosse schools ranked as exceeding expectations. 13 met expectations. 1 school met few expectations. And 3 were not rated. None of the schools in the district ranked as either significantly exceeding or failing to meet expectations.
Taken in combination with other sources of data, these can be useful tools. Taken in isolation really paints a skewed picture.
Cooley Montessori earned the highest score in the district, 76.2. Northside Elementary, which was scored as both the Franklin and Roosevelt campuses combined, scored the lowest at 60.8. These 2 schools at both ends of the spectrum in the district have the same principal, Laura Huber. So how can there be so much of a difference under the same leadership? Huber says she's not taking the easy way out of that question.
Well, the easy answer would be that poverty has a role, but I think that is just a beginning point.
She says what's working for Cooley Montessori students needs to be brought to Northside students.
Well, I think what we have with the Montessori is an example of an excellent match between the curriculum and the students. With the Northside, we need to do a better job of matching what every child needs to the instruction that they receive, and that's the big take-home message.
If you're curious to see how your child's school ranks, I've included a list of scores for every school in La Crosse on our website. Now, not all of you out there have students in the La Crosse School District, so I've also included a link in there where you can check out school report cards district by district. Just head to our website at news8000.com.
Thanks, Jenna. In Onalaska, 1 school significantly exceeded expectations, 3 exceeded expectations, and 1 met expectations. And now it's important to keep in mind that these scores do not affect the amount of funding schools get from the government.